Yo, yo, how we doing? Let's talk. Just finished getting my flex on. Health and wealth. Those of y'all, got my little gun showing. Trying to get some gun, trying to gain some weight, people. Trying to gain about 20 pounds. Pray for me. I've been about 160 my whole life. So I want to like to 180. It's my goal. Trying to eat a lot of food. I eat about 6,000 calories a day. It's a lot harder than it seems, people. It's very hard. Anyway, so today I'm going to talk about this ultimate credit package I'm putting together. I see you, OTR. I see you. What's going on, Red Story? Steven, what up? Oh, yeah, OTR. I'll talk about that in a minute, man. I want to make an appointment. Please do. Please make one. Go ahead and put this number out here early before more messages start coming in and questions, just so people know where to call if they want to go ahead and get a consult or get some additional information. Shout out from Santa Maria. What's up, Cali? David, what's going on, man? Oh, yeah, Steven, it definitely goes through. I don't know what time you called, but I only have one assistant. I might possibly get two at some point. Right now, I only got one assistant. So if you're calling, usually what happens is when you call, it'll ring to her. After it rings to her, it'll ring to me. But if I'm tied up with somebody else on the phone or doing something, then, of course, you can't get through that way. But we definitely try to make phone calls back as much as we can, as soon as we can. Make sure you leave a voicemail. If you didn't, just leave a text. You can text that number as well. You can send a text saying, hey, my name is Steven. I was on the live. I would like a consultation. Okay, so make sure you do that. And I'm going to answer some questions here in a minute. So y'all give me a second to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. Information I want to talk about today. So what I'm putting together, I am putting together an ultimate credit package, ultimate credit funding package. I haven't seen anybody do this. So if anybody starts to copy this, you know why. Try to be a trendsetter with some things. I try to see what's out there in the market, what's not being given. And I haven't seen this. So if you've seen it, you let me know. But I don't look at too many people's videos. A lot of y'all know that. If you've actually spoken with me, a lot of people ask me questions like, what do you think about such and such? The only person I'm going to tell you who I think about is CJ. Everybody else, not knocking anybody else. It's just who I actually know. I've known CJ for like 7-8 years outside of credit. So, unless it's CJ, please don't ask me questions about, anything else, anybody else. Do I like this person? Do I know this person's service? Because it's irrelevant to me. I don't go out here and try to research videos, something like that. I look at topics. If I haven't seen the topic pop up, I don't really look at people's names and know who they are. So when you name drop to me, I'm like, I don't know who that is. So nor do I care to look at who they are and research who they are and give you my feedback on that person. It's just not what I do. Just don't care about that. The number, Steven, is 1-833-355-6697. You're missing a 3. Okay. Anyway, so I haven't seen this on the market. I haven't seen it as I just Google searched and searched through YouTube. So what I'm going to be putting together, this should be done by the end of the day. I'm putting together an ultimate credit package. I don't want to hear nothing about, Jay, I did this. I've already paid for this. Can you add that on to me part of the package? No, I cannot. Just like a sale, just like, anything that happens at a store, things change, prices change, specials come up, and you just can't cash on the specials because you want to. It's just not the way it works. This is going to be something for the people who have the money to invest in something like this. Now, if you don't have the money, there's no point in even inquiring about it, okay? Just don't try to make this like, oh, you're gonna give me a deal. No, I'm not. You're not getting a deal. This is something that I'm doing for the people who just want to get everything all in one. So I'm putting together a package. It's going to include credit suite. It's going to include inquiries. It's going to include authorized users. It's going to include rapid rescore if you need it. It's going to include consultation. It's going to include your funding initial fees. I'm just adding more things to it as I go along. I'm gonna make different packages so that way different people can get what fits them the most. I'm also going to make a build your own package, and the build your own package will be, I'll have certain prices. So based on what you pick, kind of like, building your own combination meal. You're going to build your own needs for your credit. You know what I'm saying? So look, Jay, I want to go ahead and, excuse me, I want to select the increase because that's part of what I need. Then I want to go ahead and select the credit sweep. I want to add that to my meal deal, and then, let me get that because I just paid this credit card down. Let me get that rapid rescore with no ice, please. Just trying to make it funny, but at the same time, I want it to be something that people can know they can get exactly what they need, or they can actually pick from an already set package. So they probably need all of that. I'll have it set to where it include, even paying for your primaries and stuff like that. I can just call the office and get your primaries paid for, get those out the way. That way you ain't got to do that with those particular primary companies. You ain't got to sign up. I'll do all the signing up for you. That'll just be included in the fee somewhere. So just making it to where you can actually spend one amount and, get everything you need. Like I said, I haven't seen it done. So I'm just going to be the trendsetter, and I'm just going to start it. I'm just going to start that whole package. And like I said, I'll be adding different things to it. I'm still putting this together today. Like I said, a lot of times on my lives, I like y'all to know things that I'm doing before an official video comes out about it. So there will be an official video about it either later on tonight or it might be tomorrow by the time I drop the video. But I'm putting it together the way I want it to be put together. There's still going to be individual services because come March 1st, all my prices are going back to the original prices. So there's not going to be no OJ, well, I just got my refund check today type thing. I don't care. It's not how it works. March 1st, prices going back to what they originally are. So if you didn't get an AU package yet while they're $200 off, if you don't get it by March the 1st, then you've missed out on that deal. You'll have to either get paid full price or you'll have to, get one of the ultimate credit packages I'm putting together. They might have different names. Name might change a little bit from ultimate credit package to I might have a combo package, combo credit package, advanced credit package, ultimate credit package, something like that. I might give it some, nice names. Names matter when it comes to things like that. Even when it comes to freaking food combination meals, the name matters. So putting that together, getting all the things in place that people need. But if you do got some feedback, if you've got some feedback on some things you think I should include in there, I don't mind getting input. I love input, actually, of some things you feel that should all be included in a package like this. Now, keep in mind, everybody's not going to be able to afford this package. I'm just letting you know that in advance because it's going to be a lot of stuff all in one package. It's going to be cheaper than getting them individually, but it's still going to be, somewhat costly for a person. I'm also thinking about doing a monthly subscription for AU removals. So that way, like let's say, you're gonna be applying for AUs. Not AUs. I'm sorry. You're gonna be applying for a lot of credit cards, and you need an increase service. And you're gonna be applying for a house. You're gonna be applying for cars. You're gonna be applying for credit cards over the next several months. Instead of coming back and spending $50 per inquiry, or right now where it's $40 per inquiry, you can just pay a one set price and you can run up your credit to HEL and the other letter if you want to. You can get 75 inquiries this month and know you've already paid one set price to get those inquiries removed because you're on an inquiry service that you're paying for every single month. Okay, you can stop at any time, of course. There may be a minimum of like 3 months where you have to pay for at least 3 months. You will have to sign a contract and all that kind of stuff, but it can be something that could be beneficial. Or I might just do a 3-month one. Instead of making it monthly, I'll do like a little 3-month inquiry removal service, something. But I'm trying to put together some things that just haven't been done. You know, I want people to get their value, to get their services. I'm trying to make this a one-stop shop. I am looking for some new primaries. Now, I did have some primaries before. I even told y'all in other previous videos, I've had some primary dealings with ones with history that did not post. Y'all have already heard that. I've already talked about that. And but I am looking for some primaries that do have history attached to them to be able to market, that actually post, and that actually post consistently, not just post for me and not post for my clients. So I will be doing some testing with some companies as I find them. And as those companies post for me, I'm probably going to pay for me, pay for my assistant, pay for my wife, pay for my friend or something like that over time, just to make sure that those primaries post for every person that's paying. That way I can say for 100% fact that this primary company is actually posting what they're supposed to be posting. They got me last time, but they won't get me again. And I won't put my clients through that again to where they're looking at me in a negative light because I sold them on a service that I thought was legitimate and it ended up not being legitimate. So, you know, thankful for that. Thankful that I went through that experience because, you know, I went through that experience early on in my, I guess, YouTube career, I guess you can call it, from, you know, having clients sign up for that particular primary with the history that did not post. So I'm glad that now I've already gone through that situation with that particular company because, you know, even though I know credit, I know things about credit, I don't have ownership of primaries that have history. So I have to outsource that, if that makes sense. I have to outsource to somebody who's actually paying the credit bureaus for reporting until I get my own reporting. I'm working on that. That does take some money, but I want to get it to where I know that things are going to be reporting because I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I created my own system. I paid for the reporting. I'm paying Experian Equifax myself. So I know for a fact this is reporting to the credit bureaus. So that does take some work, take some investing. I will be taking a lot of the profits that I make from my clients to invest in things like that, to where I'm spending my profit on research and development and investing in things that brings my clients and my viewers more, you know, more value, more equity, more things, so that way I can offer that are legit. You know what I'm saying? The things that are legit. Doesn't do me any good to sell you something that's not legit. Like I said, I've already learned my lesson with that. But, you know, even though no matter how smart you think you are in anything that you do, there's still people out there who can still, you know, play with your mind or take advantage of something or whatever. Like, you think you know everything about how to deal with people, how to deal with businesses and all that, but somebody can still get over on you. So I know that from experience. So working on that, working on getting y'all some primaries with history. I get asked about that all the time. One thing that I will not be working on, I'm gonna make that 100% clear. I will not be working on anything dealing with CPNs. Nothing CPN related am I even interested in. I'm just not. It was intriguing at one point to even entertain the conversation, but it's just not worth it, especially with right now being able to do credit sweeps. What's the point of having a CPN? What's the point when you can just get everything off your credit in 45 days or 60 days maximum, or 45 business days, and then turn around and, you know, get some primaries and get some AUs and get funding? Like, I don't see the point in having a CPN if you already know that there's nothing on your credit that can't be fixed. Nothing. There's really nothing on your credit that cannot be fixed in 45 business days. as far as with you know, removing the late payments, you can't remove those, but you can remove the whole entire account, which will remove the late pays. So I'm not dealing with that. I'm not doing that whatsoever. But for those of y'all who are interested in the package I'm going to be putting together, you will get more information on it. You will get you know, more pricing on it. I'm putting together, like I said, different price points for everything on there. So you know, I might put together a trucker package, truck driver package, just because truck drivers are just more, they're just more ready, I think, than a lot of people are to, you know, invest in their credit. They already looking for trucks. They already know. I mean, they're trying to get things done. I don't have to, you know, talk to them for a long period of time. Usually they call, they know what they want, they get it, and they're done. So I might just do a special trucker package, and I might include some things in there that are specifically for truckers, to where it might be things, you know, some truck driver lingo, or something that can help you get into a truck, actually buying your first truck. You know, if you don't already own your own truck, and things that help you with financing things to, you know, buy things for your truck. So getting you with some other funding sources that are dealing with that. So sorry, hold up, Ashley. You know, yesterday you said to let you know if one was able to get set up with Navy Federal Credit Union, and I got an account with them yesterday. It took only 15 minutes, very easy, and I used the info that you provided. Okay, fantastic. So you got that Navy account. You know, what did you say, Ashley? Did you say you had a family member that, you know, a great uncle who might have passed, who maybe was in the armed forces? Or did you use the other one that I had one of our watchers mentioned something yesterday as well, as far as just calling on the phone and just getting an account by calling on the phone without saying any of that stuff and not doing it online? Which method did you use? Yeah, great uncle. Yeah, Drake, that's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, like I said, I don't have everything set in stone as far as pricing yet. I'm putting together the pricing to make it actually worth it, because I still got to look at, okay, if a person's doing, you know, one person might be doing 20, another person might be doing 100 inquiries a month. So I'm gonna make sure that it the price makes sense. Make sure the price makes sense. I'm gonna put packages together that don't include, you know, any inquiries as far as unlimited inquiries. They might include like 10, 15, 20 inquiries, or up to 10, up to 15, up to 20 inquiries on the packages. But on the other service, just work with me. Just bear with me. I'm kind of releasing stuff as it's going through my mind, as I'm putting things together on paper. So, you know, those don't call yet. Don't call about the ultimate packages and all that yet. Let me get all that together to where I have a set price for that. But I just want y'all to know that that's being put together for those who want to do it. For those of y'all who have not received your refund checks yet, not the school refund checks, but the refund checks that you're waiting for your taxes. Like I said before in another video, a lot of y'all are going to be delayed. A lot of people are not going to get their money as fast. A lot of people are not going to get as much money as they're expecting to get. With a lot of these new credit laws, not credit laws, sorry, a lot of these new tax laws that have been passed. If y'all haven't, those of y'all who haven't even applied yet for your taxes because you don't have all your W-2s yet, you're going to be in for a surprise. So please do not spend your money like that. As far as money you're making from your job right now, don't spend it in expectation that you're going to get this big refund check. Please understand, you might want to eat some ramen noodles this week. You might want to eat some, you know, Chick-fil-A only. Do not go to Red Lobster. Do not go to Hula Hands, or don't buy Starbucks Grandes every day. Don't get 2 packs of cigarettes. Don't buy that big 8-ball that you're trying to buy. Don't do that right now. Don't do that. Wait till your money's in your hand. Do not spend money before you get it. Please do not do that. Don't do that. For those who are trying to use their money to flip their money with other sources, like if you're trying to get involved with day trading. You know, I do currency trading. I do currency commodity trading. I do not do stocks. I don't do stocks. Well, Jay, what's the difference between stocks and, you know, commodity or currency trading? The difference is $500 trillion a day. There's $500 trillion a day inside of the currency market compared to nowhere near that, nowhere near that in the regular traditional stock market. So I do teach people how to trade. If you want to learn how to trade for yourself, I'm not involved with any other company. I have my own company called the 8 Pillars of Trading Success. It is 2 classes you take. It's $297 per session. You only need 2 sessions. And you get homework. You have to fulfill your homework throughout the first class. If you don't fulfill the homework from the first class, I will not allow you to even pay me for a second class. I have a 100% success rate of students. So if you do not pass the first round, the first week and a half of homework, you have to do it over again. And I'm going to give you some different homework to do. Same kind of stuff, different kind of homework until you can pass 100%. If you cannot pass 100%, you cannot take the second class. It is very imperative that I keep a 100% success rate of students. I don't care about $297 you trying to pay me for both classes up front. I don't want that. You pay for the first class, you do and you implement from the first class, then you can take a second class if you would like to invest some of your money into some knowledge, into making you some more money. Okay? Not making anybody. I'm not trying to force you. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm not even trying to convince you. I'm saying for those of y'all who've already made up in your mind that when you get your money, your refund check money this year, you're going to start trying to invest it and not just blow it on stupid crap you don't need. All right? At least invest it, flip it at least one time, and then blow some stuff on some stuff you don't, or that you don't really need, because you have that. There's no risk at that point. Okay. Now my risk reward level is 1%, and it's always 3 times. So if you're risking 1%, you're risking 1% to make 3%. You're risking 3% to make 9%. You're risking 5% to make 15%. Okay. That's what your risk reward level is when you're trading with somebody who knows what they're doing as far as currency trading. Okay. I also give you access to getting a blow account. I'll show you how to manage a blow account. What is a blow account? It's exactly what it means. It's a blow account. You need to understand in your mind when you trade this account, the whole point is to either blow the account or to, either blow the account or make a whole lot of money. Like you might put $300 in that account, and that $300 account might turn into $1,000 within an hour or 2 hours. Okay. So, hey, Dom, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm on my live session. Okay. You good? All right. All right. Bye. That's my assistant. He just called me. She probably got somebody she wants to ask a question about one of the profiles she's been looking at. So anyway, for those of y'all who want to do that, I'm available for that. I'll let you know about that. You can send a text message. Do not call, because my assistant does not do anything dealing with that. Just send a text. I'll respond back to the text. If you would like to schedule a session, your session is going to be 60 to 90 minutes. It's going to be right here through an online webinar. It won't be on YouTube. It'll be through an online webinar. Send you, you'll pay the payment request. You'll have it scheduled if you want to do that. All right. Just letting everybody know if they want to do that. There's no selling involved. I'm not telling you to sell anything. It's just you trading the market, making profits, making withdrawals out of your account to your bank account and all of that. Okay. I think one guy was talking about baby pips in here, and there's nothing wrong with baby pips. There's nothing wrong. Babypips.com. You can go there and research your own if you want to learn some Forex knowledge and some Forex jargon. Now, one thing that I don't do, because I teach dope boys, I teach regular people, I teach doctors, I teach lawyers how to trade. And one thing I don't do is I don't do big words. I don't do fluff. I don't do all the extra stuff that people think you have to know in order to trade. If you want to be able to talk at a country club, then yeah, you can go to Baby Pips. You can go look at some online stuff, and you want to be able to impress some people in some nice green jackets and all that kind of stuff. I really don't care about that. I just want to make the money and pull the money out and put it in my account. That's all I want to do. So if you want to make money, just try to make money. If you want to just, no big words, enunciate, exegete text, say all those fancy things that, like I said, sound good when you're having a suit and tie in the room. That's cool. It's a nice conversation piece. I'm not looking for conversation. I'm looking to make profit. So if you want to make profit, I can help you make profit. Everything else, nah. I'll tell you where to go to find it, but I'm not going to teach you that. Your main goal is make money in trading. You make money in trading. Just so that's out there. Anyway, back to credit. So putting together this package, it'll be together. I promise you it'll be together by the end of the day. I'll have a video out at least by tomorrow on that. Unless, Lord forbid, something terrible happens, something like that. But other than that, I will be releasing that information. For those of y'all who watched my unboxing video on my headphones that I made, with the headphones that I got with my gift card from my American Express reward points, I returned those headphones last night because I use my headphones to talk on the phone when I'm on the go, and people couldn't hear me talk on the phone. So I returned them, and I'm about to now just go back to my Beats headphones, get some more Beats for those who were wondering about that. Okay. Let me go through some questions, and I don't want to miss anyone out here. Like I said, I'll answer more questions about the package pricing as I put it together, okay? But if you got any feedback or, you got any input on that, please let me know. All right. How can I get late payments off my school loan, or should I just get it taken off of my credit? Now, one thing you can do is you definitely plead with them. You definitely ask them to remove those. You can definitely let them know that you did pay on time. You can write into the credit bureaus and say you paid on time. Even if you know that you didn't pay on time, you can always say that you did pay on time and just see what happens with that. I do have my credit repair service that's $79 and $120 a month that will help get those late payments off. I've seen it happen plenty of times to where people have gotten their late payments off of specifically refund checks. Okay, so not refund checks. God, mine is all refund checks for now. Specifically off of student loans. Okay, so I would definitely use that if that's something that you want to do. But other than that, sweep them off or let it ride. Cannot get a removal off, charge off of Experian. They are the most difficult. They're keeping me at 681 when everything else is 750. Stressed on my end. Okay. Now that charge off, does that charge off have a balance? Green Eyes. That charge off, does the charge off have a balance? I'm gonna come back to that. I know you're probably gonna ask that here at the bottom once you put it in, and I'll get back to that question. But yeah, let me know if that charge off does have a balance on it, and how old is the charge off as well. Can I have her call you, Steven? Steven, if you just text me the number, just say this is Steven. Send that number inside of there. I can see all the texts as well, and I'll let her know. I'm sure she'll see it as well, but I'll let her know if she doesn't call you today. Yes, I can take the whole entire school loan or federal loan, private loan. They can completely come off your credit. I've already done that. Actually, I'll show you that right now. Quick pause for the cause here, where I've removed student loans, and then, of course, I had to put my logo on it because people like to steal pictures. So I always have to watermark my pictures for reasons like that. One second, let me find that. I know I have it on my Instagram, but I'm trying to find it in my actual photo roll. Oh, there it is. You see that? Nope, you can't see it. Let me show you. Let me get it to you. We can get the right lighting, okay? There it is. Account removed, Department of Education, Nav. You know what Navient. If you don't know what Navient is, you probably ain't got no student loans. Okay? But there you go. removed from report, removed from report, removed from report. And then, just so you know, there it is right there. When you see the accounts were actually removed over here, you can see that right there. See the accounts down. How many accounts is that? So all those accounts actually were removed. This is not a camera trick, nothing like that, okay? All of those off. All right, so yeah, those student loans and all that can be taken off just like anything else. All right, no hocus pocus. All right. What's good, Luke Cage? Credit superhero with the hoodie. I wish, man. My skinny arms, man. Y'all pray for me. Let's see. Business is business. That's good business. We'd be able to look at our credit report and determine which is better for us. When you say which is better for you, are you talking about with the packages? Because the packages. Here's the thing about, and I tell the people this when they call, so I want you to know this. For those of y'all who are watching, this is your first time watching me, go ahead and subscribe. You can get some more information. I give a lot of free knowledge. I just be dropping jewels, okay? So you have no risk of not even subscribing. Might as well subscribe, hit notification button, do something. You can learn something while you're on your lunch break at work instead of just watching, videos that are funny and playing Candy Crush. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Anyway, to answer your question, what I don't do. This is what I don't do. There's a reason why I don't do this, okay? Imagine you go to a store, right? And you ask the store clerk, this person works. Let's say this person owns the store. You ask the store clerk, you're like, hey, should I buy 2 shirts? Should I buy 5 shirts? Or should I buy 10 shirts? What do you think they're going to say? They're going to say, well, I think you should buy 10 shirts. I mean, why not live it up? Okay? They're going to tell you whatever is in their best interest, or they're going to tell you what's going to make them the most money, which is probably the same exact thing. And I think about it. So if you ask me, okay, which package should you get? Should you get the package that costs $1,000 or the package that costs $5,000? Because I want a lot of funding. Well, if you want a lot of funding, I'm going to tell you to get the most expensive package because that's probably going to give you the most funding, because it's going to give you the best score, but it's going to be the most expensive thing. So you're going to look at me like I'm trying to upsell you on that, and I'm not trying to upsell you on that. I'm just answering your question. What's the best thing to get? Usually the best thing to get sometimes is the most expensive thing. Like if you say, okay, I want to buy a house next month, which credit repair service should I get? Should I get the slow one or the fast one? The fast one. Like, well, I don't know if I can afford that. But why did you even ask? I don't know how you want me to answer these kind of questions. We can't do a consult with you. I can't do the consult and tell you what you need to get off of your credit or what based on that. Because you can be like, you told me to get this. Now I'm going to tell you, look, this is what you need. You got this negative. That needs to come off. This needs to come off. This needs to come off. That's affecting your score. This is why you can't get a American Express card. This is why you can't buy your house. Blah, 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 blah. This is why you're not getting $10,000 credit cards. This. That's what I'm going to tell you. You're going to choose based on what you're told, based on your evaluation. You're going to choose what you want based on that. I'm not going to tell you to get your inquiries done, only, or just get your sweep done only. I'm going to tell you, you need to get these off, that off, this off, that off, for your score to be where you want your score to be. You tell me what your goal is. You say, Jay, I want to buy a house. Jay, I want $20,000 credit cards. Jay, I want to buy a car. What do I need to do to my credit to be able to get that done? Okay, to get that done, you do this. Okay, which service should I get first? I'm telling you what all you have to do. But which one's going to be better? Not one is better. You need to do all of these things. And I don't say that to be funny. I don't even care if you get me to do it. You can get somebody else to do it. You can do it yourself. I don't care. I'm just telling you what you need to do. And so what you do with that information is all on you. That's your turn. That's your turn to say, okay, Jay, I am financially available and ready to do this with you. Or you say, well, Jay, I know somebody else who charges less money, or my cousin down the street does that service, or I know Jack and them over in Colombia, he does this kind of stuff, so I'm gonna go to him. That's fine. I'm just telling you what needs to be done to get to your goal, because that's what you asked me for. That's the consult you paid for, or whatever the case may be. All right? So if you understand that, you can make your own, decisions on who you want to go with and all that. I'm just providing the information of what to do. Hopefully that helps somebody. Hopefully you know that I'm telling you that not to upsell you on getting with me. If anybody has ever called me that's in this chat right now, if you've ever called me, I have never told you, okay, all right, do this, exactly do this. Or I'll tell you, you need to do this and this and this and this. What do you want to do? Do you want to do it? Okay, here's your information I gave you. What's up? Is that good? Do you want to do something? You want to start something? Or you don't want to start something? You want to start something? Great. I hope you do that. You want to schedule something next week? Okay, cool. We'll give you a call next Friday. That's how this works. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. So I'm not going to tell you what's the thing, that's better for you. I'm going to give you your options and give you that. Okay. I just got here. You're offering all in one package. How much? I don't have a price yet. I'm getting to get. Aggie Kings, federal student loans hard to remove off of credit reports. Yes, student loans are hard. Luckily now I've mastered how to get those off through the sweep service. But if you're trying to get those off through a traditional way, just get them off. You're gonna have time of your life to enjoy yourself. You will. It just is what it is. You have to go through some trial and error. If you're especially if you're trying to fix credit on your own, or you're trying to get your own services, or you might already have your own credit repair service and you're trying to level that up, you got to go through your own personal trial and error. You're going to have to do different things, write different things, do things different ways in order to get to a point where you can do this consistently. You might have to even practice with some friends' credit to try to get them things off and just do it for free until you can master something for you to level up to a different area of credit removal. Okay? But you want to have some proof of that. You want to have some consistent proof of how you got that removed. You can say, okay, well, I did 10 of the clients to an experiment, and I've been able to get this off in this many days or this many weeks consistently over time. Okay? Anyway, how do primary trade lines work? Don't get it confused, the actual terminology. Primary trade lines is nothing but an account that you are the primary owner of. If you go get a car right now in your name, you're the primary. Somebody co-signs for you, they're just a secondary person. They're not an actual primary. If you get a credit card, you're the primary. If you ask somebody as an authorized user, they are authorized user trade line. You are the primary trade line. Okay? What I was talking about earlier was trying to find some other primaries with history. But right now, I don't have any. But I am looking for some, just making sure that the ones I get, I've already fully tested before anybody even knows that they exist online. There will be an extreme test before y'all will know. Let's see. Got to respect that. Get at me about the ultimate package. I got you. It's coming soon, Fred. Fred the Godson. If you don't know who that is, look that up, Fred. Fred Washington. Fred the Godson. He got some nice lyrics. Let's see. Monthly subs. I'm in for that. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll put that together definitely. If somebody's interested in that. How much is the monthly increase service? I'm putting that together. I'm trying to get the right price point for it to be worth it. NC in the building. You already know. What's good, Jay? I'm just checking in. I sent you an email about getting a consultation and credit sweep done. Okay, all right. I'll check on that email. Yes, sir. Yeah, I got Ashley's message. I talked to you about that. I'm a trucker, and I'm definitely ready to invest in my credit. Okay, Isaac, I got you. Much love to you from the Southeast San Diego. Oh, San Diego's in the house today. My goodness. I think it's like 2 of y'all at least out there in San Diego. James Book, sign me up. I got you. Can late payments be removed from an account that's still open? Yes, they can. From credit repair, DJ Fly Guy, it can be removed. You can remove those late payments. That's the point of traditional credit repair. You can remove late payments and keep that account. For those of y'all who have accounts still open, and I know some of y'all may be thinking, well, Jay, why are you telling me to get the lesser of the things that you make money on? Because that's beneficial for you. That's what's going to benefit you more. If you got time to get your credit fixed, do the $79 service. Sign up for $79. Pay $120 a month for 6 months. You get 6 months for free. That'll take care of all your late payments. I'll take care of collections, bankruptcies, repossessions. That's everything. Inquiries. That's all included in all that. You take care of everything for that price. Now, I have seen where inquiries don't all come off fully because it's a certain method you have to use in order to get those off. But for the most part, everything else comes off with the traditional credit repair service that I'm using. So, excuse me. Some of y'all need to do that, especially if you have late payments and you want to keep those accounts, because once you delete that account, you delete all of the history. Like, all the history is gone. And you might want to keep that history because that might be your oldest accounts you have late payments on. You might have 10, 20 years of history on that. Don't lose that and then trade in for some AUs. Just pay for the service that's going to cost you less money. It's going to take more time, but you'll be happier because once you start getting funding, you got a 10, 20-year, 5-year primary that you didn't delete. Man, your funding going to be sexy. When I say sexy, I'm talking about $100,000, $150,000 in credit cards by itself. Credit cards, personal loans, and everything. You know, man, this is just, yeah, don't do that. Get the service that's going to help your credit more. Might be more long term, but you know, you'll have more. You'll have more to be excited about in the future. Let's see. Blessings. Appreciate that, Alfred. You need that monthly inquiry service too, Drake? Okay. Include a package for someone who doesn't need inquiry removal, just funding. So yeah, what's it? My apologies. I hate messed up names. Just call you DB. I don't want to mess your name up. You can always pronounce it for me. But DB, these are your initials, DB. I will put together a funding package. People who only want funding. That's a great idea. So I'll put together ones who just need like, well, I do have AUs, of course. I got an AU package, but I may do one for people who go ahead and pay. I might have everything bundled together for the AUs. And I might have one that already includes a funding fee and no back-end fee. I may just do one where if you pay everything up front, whatever amount you get that's all your money. You know, I might do something like that too. So let's see. James Bug, a lot of truck drivers owe this year as far as taxes are concerned. They owe money. What's the thing about that? I mean, you don't even want to worry about that as a truck driver. Your focus should not even be getting a refund. Your focus should be understanding your expenses. A lot of truck drivers don't understand how much money it costs to operate a truck. When you think about all the money you spend on gas and actual hotels and money that you spend, it's not even talking about time, but the money you spend on food because you're eating out like every single day. Like that's all you're doing is eating out. So when you add up your truck costs, maybe you got a truck you're paying for monthly, then you start thinking about that gas and you start thinking about what you're actually getting paid per trip. When you look at your bottom line, what you're making in profit as a truck driver, you'll find out that it's not for you. For a lot of people, especially if you don't understand what goes into having a truck. If you understand what goes into having a truck, you won't be surprised. So a lot of people may owe, and owing is not a bad thing. A lot of people think that owing money is a bad thing. I want to pay $1 million in taxes. I really want to pay $1 million in taxes. Some of y'all think looking like I'm stupid right now. I want to pay $1 million in taxes. If I pay $1 million in taxes, that means I made $10 million minimum, because I'm only paying 10% in my taxes, okay? Because I understand tax laws and deductions. So taxes don't scare me. I want to pay a lot of money. Right now, I don't pay much money in taxes because I only make a little bit over 6. So I pay nothing in federal taxes. I only pay state taxes because I understand deductions, and I just get every deduction I possibly can get and make sure I pay nothing. And I still get a partial refund based on having a tax credit of having my child and things like. I just understand how to work the system. But I'm not really getting a refund check. I'm getting a tax credit refund. Know the difference. But yeah, your main focus should be to learn how the business is ran on the truck driver side, or any business. For those of y'all who are not driving trucks out here, but learn how to run it. Learn the ins and outs of what it costs, and it won't hit you so hard around tax time. You got a 40-point jump. You got a 40-point jump on my Equifax, and I haven't even been with you guys for a month yet. Things looking up. That's what I'm talking about, Jimmy. 40-point increases. Jimmy, are you I know that name. I've seen that name somewhere. Trying to think. Are you I don't want to go through look at it right now, but are you doing increase right now? Did we get the increase off of your Equifax? Is that why it jumped up so high? I see DB. Yeah, I do teach trading. Excuse me. How much for your currency trading? Can it be done virtually? It's all done virtually. Yep, talk about that. Hey, can you remove increase you have accounts with? Sydney Slate, yes, I do remove any inquiry period. I don't care if you got the credit card or the house or the car. Yesterday, we can get that inquiry off for you here within 60 days, if not less. Jay, do you provide services that are having problems with check systems? I don't do any check system removals, but I know there are certain banks that don't check systems when it comes to funding. So I've learned that from actually helping one of my other clients who did have stuff in check systems. And so we were able to finagle around and get him some funding still. Just have to be careful about where we applied. Can you take old child support off credit? Absolutely, Alfred. Child support can be wiped off your credit. Now, with your state, as far as them coming to get you with the state, if you don't pay, totally different. But on your credit, it can be removed. That way you can make some moves. Let's see, was that with the standard removal, or was that the sweep? With you talking about the student loans, Carl? That was with the sweep. The standard can be done the same exact way. Like I said, I've seen it, but just won't be as fast. This happened from a client being put in January, and everything was off as of like a week ago, last week. I'll give you the exact date of that. But yeah, it's put in like the middle of January, and all those came off. What was the date that I got that screenshot? February 12th. February 12th. What's up, Dan? How you doing? My question was, I understand I need to pay for the classes. What I wanted to know is how much money should I have to actually start trading? To start trading, you have as little as $10, and one of my brokers, you can have as little as $50 in the other broker. You put as much money as you can afford to lose. Very, very big keyword if you're trading. Only put money in there that you're able to lose. If you lost every single dime, your family wouldn't fall apart. That's the main thing. Whatever you put in there, put only money in there that you can afford to blow every single dime if something was to happen, because my brokers are all overseas. So there's no U.S. brokers that I use. So let's just say something was to happen to their government, and let's say you still have some money in there that you didn't withdraw yet, and they got a freeze on that money. Can you survive without that money if that broker gets shut down, or if they have a freeze for 6 months where they can't release no money? I'm not saying that's happened, but be prepared for everything at all times. So make sure you're able to lose whatever you're putting in your account. But to answer your question, $10 is minimum with one broker, $50 with the other. There is no ballpark really of the credit sweep. It starts at $800, Dan, and it goes up from there. Okay, it can go up to as much as I've seen $10,000, $12,000 for the credit sweep, just because You might have $200,000 student loans you want to get taken off. That you're going to pay for that. So it's not just about your total number of collections and charge-offs. It's also about your total number of debt. How much debt do you have total on your report? What is rapid score and how does this work? Rapid rescore is really for the people who are either trying to buy a house or trying to get a car and trying to bump their scores up really fast, or even trying to get a credit card or something like that. And you might have high utilization on one of your cards, and you need to pay that utilization down by a certain point or by a certain day before maybe one of your other cards that has a higher balance before that reports. It's just kind of a way of kind of finagling the system. That way you can actually execute on getting something before something else reports. Okay, so or to help you closing your house. So like let's say you have a credit card that reports on the 28th. No, let's make it a little bit further out. Let's say it reports on March the 6th. That card that reports on March the 6th, you already know you had a high utilization. You already know, right, like before February 6th, the balance was low. March the 6th, when it actually reports to the credit bureaus, you're going to be at 90% utilization, okay? But you just paid off another card that reported on February the 15th. You just paid that card off. And so what you want is you want to go ahead and have that rapid rescore, go ahead and report that that other card has been paid off. So your score jumps up right now. And then that score jumps up, and let's say you're trying to buy a car, your score is higher with that bureau. Now you can go buy your car before March 6th when that other card that you just ran up is going to report and drop your score way back down. So that's just kind of an example of what you would use rapid rescore for. Just a way to finagle the system and get some funding done rapidly. Okay. Going back up, let's see. Hey, yep, I did that question already. What's up, Jay? Is it harder for you to work on credit if someone else has been working on credit for me? It's not about it's hard. It depends on what they're doing. Because number one, you don't want to have too many things in the system because they can cancel each other out and nothing will get removed. So it really depends on what they're doing for your credit. Exactly. If they're doing something different than what I'm doing, then I won't have a problem. Should I pay off a closed adverse account? Do not pay off closed accounts unless they're going to give you a letter in the letterhead stating they're going to take it off your credit. Only pay it off if they're going to remove it off your credit. If it's already closed, no, do not pay it. That's going to just be a paid off closed account. And you can just get it removed and possibly cost you a lot less money. A lot of people who have collections usually are over $1,000 for the most part. So you want to spend over $1,000 to pay it off? Do you just want to spend maybe $79, $120 a month to get it all taken off and removed and get everything else cleaned up as well? Okay. Let's see. Can you email me more info on how to attain your services? I love your content. I do not send out emails, like just random emails and find people and send emails out, Cameron. But what I will do is type in my number, and you can call this number whenever you want to get started. You can also send any emails if you have questions, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you can only communicate through email, you can email me here. If you're an email person, definitely do that. It's better to contact me first because these messages will get lost in the sauce. Okay? I've had student loans since 1991. I've been putting forbearance over and over, and now it's time to make payments and made two. I want them off or just late payments. Yeah, get them removed if you don't want it. Take them things off. Malik, what up, man? What up, brother? Let's go to Africa, man. You ready to go to Africa? That's my boy right there. Go visit, man. I gotta go visit your country, man. You said you're from Ghana, right? Is it Ghana? Excuse me if I'm wrong, Malik. Have been to Ghana, man. Got to visit. Oh, appreciate that, man. I love this hoodie. This hoodie is I actually found this hoodie, man. And that's the thing. Like, I got a couple designer things. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's impressive. Like, what I got on right now, my pants that I have on right now, they're $8. My pants is $8. My shoes right now, I got on these Nike boots. They $59. This hoodie right here was like $11. I got from TJ Maxx. Was it either TJ Maxx or was it from Ross? TJ Maxx and Ross is the ish. Like, I'm supposed to be sleeping. But you don't have to go out here and spend a lot of money on your clothes, man. Like, every pair of sweatpants I got is from Ross or from Express Sale Rack. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not a fashion channel, but you ain't got to spend a lot of money to be fly, man. Don't get caught up in that image crap. Don't be buying no rims this year from Rent and Roll you don't need. Don't have a $500 belt on and don't have $500 in your savings account. Don't do that. Just don't do that this year. Yeah, you're going back to Ghana at the end of April. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You going to Sierra Leone? Hey, let's get it. Let's get it, man. But those y'all don't know, that's where my wife is from. Wife is from Sierra Leone. She also lived in New York before and all that. But anyway, enough about that. Any other credit questions? If you're watching this right now, maybe I didn't give you what you needed as far as in this live session because I didn't talk about anything you wanted to talk about. I didn't go over anything that you wanted to hear to make you want to subscribe to my channel or whatever. Let me know. Ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Ask a question that can help benefit you. And if I do happen to have any young people watching this, I'm hoping to get some more young people who want to get their credit right, who want to buy a house early, pay it off before they're 30. You can pay off a house in 7 years. Oh, that's another thing I can tell people how to do. Real quick. People are like, well, how can you pay off a house in 7 years? I can help anybody pay off a house in 7 years if you just bought the house today and you don't have any extra income whatsoever. You have no other side job. You have no other side business. And I can help you pay off your house in 7 years. If you got a 5-year car note, I can help you pay off your car in 2 years and not in 5 years or 7 or 8, depending. They keep taking these things out, 72 months and all these 84 months type. You can pay that thing off in 2 to 3 years if you know what you're doing. And I've done this. I've actually made debt elimination plans for people. I've actually drawn it up. If I might even do a live session and have my whiteboard up. And I'm going to show you with math. I don't do none of that emotion stuff. I don't even like talking unless I can show you stuff. That's just how I am. But I'm going to show people how they can pay off debt, how they can pay off their credit cards faster, how they can pay off their houses faster. And I'm going to show you with math. I'm going to show you real life application with math on paper or on a chalkboard. Okay. Hopefully I still got my little stand-up chalkboard I can actually, or eraser board I can put up here. Hopefully the legs aren't broken, but I'm gonna put it up and I'm gonna do some things where people are gonna, I'm just gonna kill some misconceptions. I'm gonna throw some tax stuff up there as well. We're gonna do math, people. We're not gonna do that emotional crap that people talk about all the time and, do what feels good or what my mama said. And your mama's a great person. I love your mama. I never even met her and I love her. That don't mean she was right. That don't mean she know about taxes. That don't mean she knew about money. She probably can tell you what not to do, but she can't always tell you what to do because she didn't have any evidence of having any money. She has no investments. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things you don't want to get from Uncle Susie or Uncle, well, I hope you don't have an Uncle Susie, but if you do, shout out to Uncle Susie. But your Aunt Susie, your Uncle Sam and all them, actually having some evidence is important. Having some proof is important. Everything I say, I back up with information. I back up with where it's from. If I'm preaching the Bible, I'm backing up the address of where I found the Bible scripture. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you want to have some evidence, Don't go by what people tell you all the time. Go by something that you've researched. Anything I'm going to tell you on this live channel or live stream, I want you to go look it up. Always look up. Never believe. Everything is fake news until you know it for yourself. But one thing you cannot argue with me is math. You can't argue with math. Math, add, subtract, multiply, divide. It does what it does. So I'm gonna give that for y'all here as well. I'll make sure I didn't miss any questions. What's the cost of the credit repair? Also, just remove inquiries. If you're looking at removing inquiries, you're gonna be looking at $40 per inquiry right now. It's gonna be $50 per inquiry, which is my original price starting back March the 1st. Okay, there is no call me on March the 1st and be like, well, Jay, can I still get it for the $40? No, it's $50. Okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else then. Okay, that's fine. Have a great day. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So this is not the barter system. This is not the what they call that. It's not the flea market, man. It's not the flea market. Don't be calling like I'm the flea market trying to negotiate prices. Either you pay the price or you don't pay the price. Very simple. Very simple thing. Let's see. What does the ultimate credit funding package consist of? I see you're late. You're late. I'll go back over that. The time frame for the increase is going to be 45 business days maximum. If you're looking at for the credit sweep is going to be 45 business days maximum. If you're looking at credit repair, there is no exact time for credit repair. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you're doing credit repair, there is no such thing as an exact time. They can tell you they're blue in the face. They can sell you on that. I'm not going to tell you and chuck and jive you. It might take a month. It might take 6 months. It might take 11 months. It's going to take how long it takes. But as far as you're paying monthly, you're only paying monthly for 6 months, no matter how long it takes. If it takes 1 month, you're still paying for 6 contractually. It takes 10 months. You only pay for 6 months contractually. Everybody's credit is different. Everybody has different payments. You might have a late payment last month. Late payments are very hard to get off if you had them that early. You might have had a bankruptcy last month. Bankruptcies that are not old take longer periods of time. So there's no one set to where a person can truly tell you, or a company. I don't care what, you can name any company right now. I don't care what company that is. They're going to have different results for every single person. And if you go by your cousin, your friends who might have had theirs off in a month or 2 months, and you think you're going to have the same exact results, you're just fooling yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're caught up in the hype. I don't do hype. I'm going to give you what it is. So if you're worried about the timing, get the credit sweep, get the money, get a sweep from me, from somebody else. If you have time, pay for traditional credit repair through the service that I know that works, which is the one I go through. And there are a couple of services out there that actually do a good job. LL, if you know who LL is, LL isn't one of them. So don't go with them. Anybody else with them, I think will be good. But make sure you look at reviews. Make sure you look at that. But just trying to give you the real stuff. So if you're focusing on time, that shouldn't be your focus. Focus should be on results, not time. Let's see. Fixing up an investment property. That's what's up, man. You know, get that money. Flip it. You might have to give me some tips on some housing flipping. I'm gonna start doing some flipping houses. Hopefully by the end of this year, if not before, I'll start, flipping some houses and stuff. But right now I'm getting my knowledge up on the ins and outs of how to value a house properly and how to, having a team, getting a team locally to where I know I have a person who can do certain things that I can't do or things that I do not want to do, but also won't cost me a lot of money. Okay, I'm getting my education on too. So always continue learning. Anyway, yeah. So with the AUs, I kind of know what works with the AUs now, just off of experience with my own funding. So I know what works. I know what they're looking for when you're getting credit cards. I don't have to even research that anymore until something changes. Right now, nothing has changed. People saying the AUs don't work no more, they have no idea what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just talking because they probably bought one AU from somebody and now they can't buy nothing. But the person didn't tell them that their credit file is messed up, so that AU is not helping them buy anything whatsoever. Or they don't have any primaries, or they don't have enough AUs that give them enough history to make it worth even getting anything. If you get one AU, you've already got 7 accounts, and that one AU has, let's say it has 5 years of history, your other accounts have 1 year of history. Okay, your average between 7 1-year history accounts and let's say 5. 1 5-year account and 7 1-year accounts. The average is still going to be, for lack of calculating, your average history is still going to be a year. You got 7 1 years and 1 5 year. It's going to be average between all those accounts total. It's not giving you enough history to be able to buy anything with that AU. All right. That's why I sell AUs in 3s, 4s, and 5s. I don't sell AUs individually. If you call me and ask me, Jay, can I buy 1 AU? I'm going to tell you I don't have 1 AU. I have 3. Do you want 3, 4, or 5? If you want 1, you need to call somebody else on YouTube or call somebody else who sells AUs. I'll tell your mama to add you on to her AU or your cousin or something like that. I'm going to sell you 3. If you're trying to get funding, you're not going to comment on my video and say, well, I bought these AUs from Jay and I couldn't get no funding. That's what you're not going to do. So if you're going to buy them from me, you're going to buy them in 3s, 4s, and 5s. Make sure you understand that. Let's see. How much do you charge to remove a 2-year-old late payment Equifax, and is it needed for high limit credit cards? There is no time limit for late pays. Late pays is going to be something I'm doing traditional credit repair. Now, if you want the whole entire account removed, that's different. Late pays, there's no set time for that. That's what I'm saying. That's a traditional credit repair method to get off late pays. All right. It will take however much time it takes. If you want the whole entire account off, 45 business days. What are some requirements for personal loan funding? Good question, Derek. Derek, good question. Requirements for personal loan funding. Clean profile. If you want to get funding for personal loan funding. Yes. If you want to get personal loan funding, your profile, you want it to be clean to get the most money. Now, does not have to be clean, but you want it to be clean if you want a lot of money. You don't want to have bukus of inquiries. You want to have like 7 inquiries or a lot less. Okay, but 7, if you're over 7, probably don't even want to apply. Credit card utilization, you will need to have that lower, because if you have that at a crazy amount, utilization-wise, they're going to feel like, okay, you're going to take this loan and pay off that debt, but what about paying us? Are you going to pay us? You got to look at the risk reward. Always put yourself in the bank's shoes when you think about funding. Okay. Your scores can be in the 600s. You can have between a 600 and a 680 or anywhere above that, 600 and above. But you don't want to have collection. If you have collections, most is 1. And that one better be very small. That's the most. You got a late payment here and there over the past like 2 years. Okay. 1 late payment, maybe 2. They probably can pass. If it's been recent, you can forget it. If it just happened last month, don't even apply. Don't even do it. You can have a charge off. You have something you didn't pay that still has a balance that's owed on it. You can have a charge off. But if anything current that you have right now has had a lot of lates and stuff, because see, your score can drop in the 600s because you missed a payment 2 years ago, or because you got that 1 charge off all that 1 collection. But when you start getting into more severe stuff, I got 17 inquiries, Jay. I got 3 collections. I got 14 charge-offs. I got, my score is the 580. Can you help me get funding with a loan? I need some money. No, nobody's giving you no money. It's not going to happen. If you got maybe 1 negative, yes, you can get some money. 2, 3 negatives, you're falling off a cliff at that point. Okay. Let's see. Let's link up on the flips. I'm in construction. Okay. Definitely. We'll talk about that. How much will you charge to train me to do credit repair? I'm in South Carolina. I do teach credit repair things that you have to make that investment. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm charging $5,000 to even do any type of, teaching. Yes, $5,000. I know it sounds like, man, you teaching $5,000. Yes, I'm calling you $5,000. If you want anything that I'm doing, you ain't gonna spend the price of no credit sweep $1,000 or whatever like that, and then start making videos on YouTube and trying to compete with me for some reason because you think you need to now, whatever. No, I'm not crazy. You want to learn, you want to do all the ins and outs, want to have all the ins and outs and all the letters that I give away all my letters and all that kind of stuff in that pricing as well. But I'm also creating a credit Bible. I'm putting together a credit Bible. I'll be releasing that soon as well. But yeah, and that amount might even go up at some point because I just don't want to teach. I don't want to teach. But if I have to teach and give away information and all of that, it's an ongoing process. Like I literally have to, continue the education because you're going to have questions you're going to call me about and situations are going to happen. You're going to want to reach out to me. You're going to want me to be there. And so, yeah, try not to do that. But if you really want to spend that money to do that, go right ahead. How much for credit sweeps to remove high credit card utilization on 10 accounts? Like I said, the amount of accounts it's not just the accounts, it's also how much debt you have. If you want a consult, you definitely got to call and get that consult. Can I give you a ballpark without knowing how much debt is associated with those 10 accounts? And I don't know why you would want to remove those 10 accounts if you're talking about, because they're not going to show up on your credit file no more. Like if the utilization is just high, you can fix that. You can fix the utilization without wiping, because once you wipe, this is not a temporary wipe. The wipes are permanent. Like once they come off your credit, they're off your credit totally. They won't be there no more. So that can hurt you, but it's totally up to you. You can't remove accounts that are not negative. You can remove any account you want, negative or positive. I'm just letting you know those are your primary accounts that you have on your credit profile, and they're gone. Like they're gone forever. They'll never show back up again, no matter what you do with the actual credit reporting and all that. They will be blocked from reporting. They will never show up. So just keep that in mind. But $30,000, I'm gonna give you a price right now. I'm gonna give you an estimation right now. Now that's based on these accounts just being open accounts. If you're talking about anything that is bankruptcies and all that, this price is going to change. All right, so let's go ahead and give you a price right now. Let's give you a price live pricing. Let's do some math. 30,000, that puts you in the 8%, and you've got 10 accounts. See, 30,000 times 8%. You're looking at 2,400 plus the additional accounts. You're looking at $2,700 to take those off your credit. Three charge-offs on top of that? Or are you talking about that's already included? But yep, that's going to be $2,700 for that. Okay. Anybody else have a question? I'm sorry, this will be my first year filing business taxes as a trucker under my LLC. Do you offer a class on how to maximize taxes? You won't need a class, but I do consultations. I do tax consults as well. So you can actually pay for a tax consult, and I will make sure that your taxes are as low as possible as far as what you need in order to, you can do them yourself, or you can have whoever's doing your taxes, you'll know exactly what they need to be doing. And that's one thing I tell people all the time. You're an accountant now, and I apologize if you're an accountant on here, but I'm sorry, but not sorry. A lot of accountants are stupid. A lot of bookkeepers are stupid. They just are. It's just stupid. They don't know nothing. They got a degree, but they really have no knowledge on money, because a lot of them don't even have their stuff organized. If you really ask them about their organization on their own, they don't have it. And it's like a lot of them just have a job, and their job is to manage business deductions and stuff, but it never occurred to them to start their own business and do the same thing. And they're still working for pennies. That makes no sense to me. So something is definitely missing connection-wise on that. Now, for my people who are accountants for the state, I do have a brother who's an accountant for the state of California. He's on my team. And, you know, he has his own business and works for the state when it comes to filing. So he's actually applying the business because he already understood, like, yo, why am I doing all this accounting work for people and I'm not making money off it myself? So he's working for the state, take care of his family, and also has his own business where he's doing his own incorporations and all that kind of stuff and filing and all that. So shout out to John. If y'all know John, John's works for the state of California and is an accountant for the state of California. Other than that, a lot of accountants don't really know a lot. A lot of bookkeepers don't know a lot. All they do is have you charge you a fee, and they don't do nothing. If they did something, then people who actually run companies, they wouldn't, or people who, basketball players, people who run a company, people who run businesses, why all of a sudden is all of their money gone? And they didn't know. The accountant was there, the bookkeeper was there. Why are they broke? Oh, they're broke because it's their money, they can just spend it. No, they always have somebody who's watching their money, looking at their books all the time, telling them about what's going on in their finances, or they're supposed to. That's what they're paying for. They should at least be getting some phone calls about how their accounts is looking, but they still retire broke. They still business ends up failing. Why is that? And they got expensive accountants. So one thing I would tell you to do if you're calling me for a tax consult, one thing that I'm not going to do, I'm not going to do your taxes for you. I don't do that anymore. I used to. I just don't like doing it. I rather teach. I rather give you the information. I rather for you to go apply it. Now, what you can do with the information, you can do it yourself. You can also pay somebody else to do it because you recognize how it's supposed to be done. And I've said this before in another video, and I'll say it again. No matter what job, or let me say, no matter what business you run, you should know how to do every position of that particular business. You should know how to mop the floor. You probably won't ever do it, but you know how it's done. You might not clean the toilets. You may not even do all of the write-ups and all that kind of stuff and be the smartest person in the room. You might have somebody on your team who's smarter than you. But you should know a little bit, at least, about every single position in your camp, in your business. Because how do you know if it's done right or wrong if you don't know about it? You need to know what's done right and what's done wrong, how it's done right, what is right and what is wrong, what's the wrong way to do it, what's the right way to do it. If you don't know that, then you're killing yourself. And that's people who don't know about money. If you don't know about money, you're playing a game and you don't know the rules. How much sense does that make to you? You're playing the game of money, but you can't never win it, but you keep playing it. Why don't you learn about it first? You're playing the game of taxes and don't realize you're playing a game of taxes and you're not getting ahead tax-wise. Or taxes, you're scared of the tax man. You're scared of the IRS. And you're scared because you don't understand how they work. The only way to alleviate that is to get knowledge and apply that knowledge. So back to the accountants here, and before I go off on a tangent, back to the accountants. So you should know how they do things or what's supposed to be done. So that way you can delegate what needs to be done on your taxes. All right, so you can say to your accountant, look, I need you to take off all of my business, my business gifts. I gave away 17 gifts this year. Based on publication 463 of the IRS.gov website, I can deduct $25 per gift. That's 17 times 25. Make sure you have that in my write-up. Make sure I get that emailed to me later on today when you're done. That's delegation. That's not, oh, here's my big shoebox of receipts that I have. Here you go, tax man. Or you go to H&R Block. Well, I brought all my receipts with me. They don't do receipts. You got to have that stuff organized already. Anyway, you want to make sure that what's being done, you know what's being done, or you know how it's being done. You already calculated it yourself. You should already know at the beginning of the year what you're going to get in deductions next year. You should be projecting out your deductions for the whole entire year. You might be off a little bit. You can always change it as you go. You should say, okay, I know I'm going to spend $1,000 a month on gas. I know I'm going to have to drive. I know I'm going to eat out. I'm going to spend at least $500 a month eating out. So just like you project when it comes to your expenses, you project, for your personal expenses, you project for your business expenses all the way out for the whole entire year. So you know what you're going to spend for the whole entire year. If you look at the tax code, you'll know exactly what you should be getting back or how much that's going to deduct from your taxable income. So you should already know from future looking, because that's all businesses do is look at the future. They don't look at right now. So you should already look out and say, okay, January, if I do this based on what I have projected, my taxable income should be down. If I use all the deductions I'm going to have between now and I'm going to travel, I'm going to fly, I'm going to go on vacation, whatever. My taxable income should go from, I made $130,000, but taxable, I should have my taxable down to about $40,000. At $40,000, I'm going to pay 15% on my federal side. So I do 40,000 times 15%. I'm just, making up a number. Let's just say that's, $4,000 or something like that. And I pay $4,000. I can save $4,000 up between now and the end of the year, put away $200-300 a month or whatever. Bam, I got $4,000 to pay the government next year out of the money I'm making profit right now. No harm, no foul, I'm done. That's how it should be done. Most folks don't do that, though, because they don't know. And so I'm more of on the educational side. When you're getting a consult from me, you're getting a real consult of like XYZ of your business, and you're getting the tax codes of where this information is and how to apply it, where to apply it, all that kind of stuff. And so hopefully that helps. Right about accountants. I'm telling you, man, they don't know nothing. Ultimate credit funding package pricing. Damien Sturdivant. The pricing's not set in stone yet. It's going to be put together, I promise. Right now, I try to release what I'm going to be doing in the future on my videos. That'll be done, if not tonight, by tomorrow. And there'll be a video up about it, an actual video, not a live session. You'll get a video about it. But I try to tell things that I'm going to do in my live sessions before anybody else sees them. If my AAOA is 1 year, should I add more history? I'm 18. Oh, OTR, that's my boy. I remember you, man. My bad. Yeah, you're 19, bro. What you talking about? Okay, I said 9. You said 19. Yes, you can add more history. You can add more. You can add some from a family member. You can add some from me. The more history you have, the better. As I add primaries, that's lowering AOA. Should I add more aged AUs? Yes, you add primaries. You can add AUs. You only add the AUs when you're ready for funding, unless you're adding them from a family member who's going to let you ride them forever. If that's the case, just ride them out. So I've been filing my taxes myself since 2012, but this is my first time filing as a business. So I guess I'm going to need a credit and tax consultation along with a credit sweep ASAP. All right, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I can do that. Now, if you're filing as a business, are you filing as a business as far as an LLC? Are you filing as a sole proprietorship? Now, there are benefits. Like people tell me all the time that, you should always get your business incorporated. This is for free before I'm done. This is for free. You should have a sole proprietorship and a corporation. I'll tell you why. A lot of people have different businesses. You might have a main business. You might have like a little small business over here that you do something with. You don't have to do a whole lot with that little small other business. That's your sole proprietorship. But you should do something. Make it to where you're making at least $600 from that sole proprietorship. That way you can get the deductions. Now, the way this helps you is this is for the people who also work a job. Like you have a big business. Your business hasn't blasted off yet, but you also have a job, W-2 income. So get your LLC, get all that, whatever you need to get for your business, C Corp, S Corp, whatever. But also have a small sole proprietorship in order to combat your W-2 income. Your W-2 income, if you have a sole proprietorship and you understand taxes, hopefully get some knowledge from me, sole proprietorship can take care to where you're not paying any taxes federally wise with your job income. So what you would do, you take your W-4 at your job, you increase your allowances maybe to 7, 8, 9, or 10. Don't worry, it's allowances. It has nothing to do with how you do with tax time. Okay, W-4 is for allowances, adjustments, and tax credits. There's also a page 2 to your W-4. It's 2 pages. Most folks ain't never read all page 1, let alone page 2. So make sure you look at both pages. But a lot of times if you add them up right now, you find out your number is wrong anyway. But raise that to 8, 9, or 10. Just keep raising it until they don't take no money out your check. Federal wise. State wise, you got to pay some state because state taxes are stupid. Okay, but federal wise, you won't pay any taxes. Now, what's going to happen to you next year? If you're working your sole proprietorship the right way and you understand deductions, you can get all the deductions applied to sole proprietorship. You combine that with your W-2 income, so you got your W-2s, you got your sole proprietorship. You file those together. You can file those as one, and now the deductions you got from that sole proprietorship. Now take your job income down from maybe 50,000. Now you can get that down to negative 20,000. Okay. When I was working a job and I had a business, I never paid federal taxes at all. And I filed taxes every year. Never paid a dime. My income was always negative something. And I still got a refund check. I got an actual tax credit refund. And I had no taxable income. And out of every check me or my wife ever made at a job, never had any federal taxes coming out, and I can show you documentation on that and show you, my income was negative for other years. So I'm telling you that works. I did it myself. So that's just one little strategy you can do, but you got to understand the deductions of which you can get that from me at any time whenever you're ready. Now let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss. Been on a field trip, but anywho. I told them my grandfather used to be. Okay. They asked what branch. I stated Army, and that was it. Wow. That's what's up. I called. I did not do the form online. Okay. Fantastic. Do the credit bureaus check LexisNexis for public records? And how can I freeze it? LexisNexis, you can freeze it. I actually have the number somewhere in my phone. You don't have the number. LexisNexis. LexisNexis number is 1-877-832-7785. I'm going to put that here just so if you want to write that down for you. LexisNexis. Phone number 877-832-7785. There you go. Got that number for you. Call them, freeze it. Okay. All I had to do was pay $5 setup fee with a free checking account. Yep, that's all you got to do. Pay $5, you got an account. Awesome, awesome. Good to hear that. So, Ashley, when we're ready to do your funding portion, once your credit has been totally cleaned up, when we do your funding, you're already going to get a Navy Federal credit card, and I'll make sure you get at least 10 bands, if not 20 bands, when we do Navy. I like Navy. I love when they give you those big credit cards. Nikita, what up? But yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll be back with some more. I'm gonna have some videos posted tonight too. Give out some things. Ultimate credit package, it is coming. Bear with me. Be patient. I'm putting it together. I just wanted y'all to know. Like, I'll be the first to know because y'all are here watching me at 1, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, and all that, which I value that, and I try to be here to do this and give some information out here for y'all. So thank y'all for watching. Tell your friends, share it with your friends to come on and get with me. Trying to get us over 100 people watching. I think yesterday we maxed out at like 70 something at one time. That was really awesome to have that many people on at this time. I think I'm gonna do at least one a week. I might do it at night or in the evening. Just switch it up, but I'm still gonna be doing this ones here at this time. Can you get business funding from Navy Federal? Not that I know of. I don't think Navy Federal is in the business of doing business funding, but I mean, I can look into it. Definitely can look into it. I know their personal credit cards are great. They do? Oh, that's awesome. Never actually looked at them for business credit. Never. I have a business account with Navy. Oh, nice. Nice. I need to go get one then. They ain't tell me that. Oh, yeah, I got you. Understood, Jack Drake. I'm going to set mine up today. So y'all teaching me something. I'm about to go get me a business account with them right now today. They're about to give me a business checking account. Shoot. I mean, I just assumed that, they're Navy Federal, that they, a lot of credit unions do not do business accounts. I didn't even think to even look into them for that type of thing, but that's great because I got some good rapport with them right now. I got 2 credit cards, about to have my 3rd one here in the next maybe month or 2. Just kind of, I might wait till July. I'm gonna do like another 10 cards, but I've already got 2 cards with them, so they shouldn't have a problem giving me no money, not for my business whatsoever. Your business accounts over Chase and 2 credit unions. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, a lot of credit unions here do not do business accounts. Like I said, I just didn't even think about them with that. So, but yep, I'm on it. You ain't gotta tell me twice. So definitely give me a business account today. Be mad. How come y'all didn't tell me? Anyway, it's hard to get a business credit card. If they do business credit cards, I'm gonna get one. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get one. How can you get rid of student loans? The question is not really how. The question is, do you want them off? That's the real question. But I can sweep them for you. I don't have a how-to for you to get those off your credit report. I don't have a how-to. That's something I do through credit sweeps, and I can remove the late payments stuff like that through traditional means. But facts. You already know. They ask for documentation. I got plenty. I got documentation. I got bank statements. I got everything set up. My business profile. I got all that. They're gonna get this work. They're gonna give me that card though. Yes, it is permanent. I don't do anything that's temporary. I don't do anything that's temporary. Everything's permanent. Mr. Hopkins, what it do? What it do? Actually, I think I had an update for you, Mr. Hopkins. Let me check something real quick. While I got y'all on, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I know y'all been watching. Hopefully, if you're at work, this is helping your time go by at least. A lot of people sitting at a desk and stuff like that. Like, hopefully, you looked at the clock like, man, 3 o'clock already? Dang, Jay, keep talking. You gonna make it be 5 o'clock here in a minute. I get to go home. Let me see. Hopkins. That name sounds familiar. Oh, I'm thinking about an Evan Hopkins. Okay. Unless you're Evan. No, you're not Evan, are you? You don't have another name as Christopher D. Excuse me. Let's see. Should you be depositing $5 weekly? You don't have to do that in order to do anything. Like, you can just leave $5 in there. How much do you charge for most student loan late payments, 90-day lates in 2012 and 2014? That's going to be the $79, $120 a month to remove late payments. It is for 6 months. That is the only service I have for that late payments. Now, if you just want that done, I mean, I can do them, if that's all you need is just those 2 late payments, I can make a special pricing for you to just do those 2 accounts. But that's something we have to talk about if you don't want to go through the $79 $120 a month service. Thomas, what's going on? But yeah, actually, you don't have to do anything else to your checking account. You just need to have it open. If you have money to put into that savings account, then put money in there. Yeah, it's 1 account late twice. Yeah, if you contact me, just give me a call and just let my assistant know if you talk to her, Dom. Just say, hey, I just talked to Jay on the live session. I know it costs $150 to speak with him personally, but he told me that Jay, which hopefully that's your name, J-A. He said that Jay is able to talk to him today without making that payment. So just let her know that, and she'll put you through to me. Anyway, we've been on here for 90 minutes. I ain't going to take up all y'all time. Y'all got stuff to do today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully if you aren't subscribed, you subscribed already. Go watch some of the 40+ videos I have out there. If nothing else, you'll see a live feed 5 days a week. At least 4 of those is going to be here at 1:30 p.m. until about 2:30 or 3 o'clock, depending on how we flow. And thank y'all for getting on. I appreciate that. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I'm doing a live session. And if you want one of my credit hoodies, you'll see the link on some of my videos, previous videos about that. I will make a whole video about once my whole entire hoodie line is up if you want to get a hoodie and support. And consultation with my assistant is $25. Consultation with me is $150. You want that consultation. But you can get the same information from my assistant. But y'all have a fantastic day. I'm about to go feed myself. I didn't eat any protein immediately after my workout, which that is a no-no. But I'm going to do so right now and just do better tomorrow. But y'all have a great day. We'll upload this video, trying to work and listen, but missing so much. But y'all have a great day. This is Jay Knows Credit signing off, your favorite guy in the hoodie, or at least he's trying to be. And salute to all y'all trying to fix y'all credit. Y'all have a fantastic day. And get ready for hump day.